देवी और सज्जनों, सदियों से भारत में आहार तथा पोषण के मामले में एक विशेष प्रकार के आचार, विचार, व्यवहार और संस्कार रहे हैं। आधुनिक युग में विज्ञान, प्रौद्योगिकी और नवाचार के द्वारा भी इस दिशा में अभिनव प्रयास किए जा रहे हैं। ऐसे में आहार क्रांति के इस नवल अभियान पर विज्ञान भारती संस्था का क्या दृष्टिकोण है, इसे जानने के लिए मैं बहुत आदरपूर्वक आमंत्रित करना चाहूंगा विज्ञान भारती के अध्यक्ष आदरणीय डॉक्टर विजय भाटकर जी को। सूचना प्रौद्योगिकी के नेतृत्वकर्ता तथा प्रख्यात शिक्षाविद डॉक्टर विजय भाटकर जी भारत के परम नामक सुपर कंप्यूटर के विकास का नेतृत्व करने के लिए जाने जाते हैं। आदरणीय डॉक्टर विजय भाटकर जी, आपसे अनुरोध है कि इस पावन अवसर पर अपने उद्बोधन से हम सबको प्रेरित करें। आदरणीय डॉक्टर विजय भाटकर जी।
Thank you so much for inviting me for this very special subject that we have taken for this forum. It's a very delicious subject in any way. It's very tasty subject compared to the dry subjects we often discuss. So really, when Jayant Rao told me that now this time we are going to take this important Ahar Kranti as a subject, and I felt that there is a great need for this, not only because of our unbalanced food has been brought out by Dr. Srinivas Rao, that kind of thing. We have abundance, but we don't have balance. I think that is one message which came from him. But one thing must be admired, that this Ahar forms an extremely, I would say, most important part of our culture. Our culture is very diversified culture. If you look at it, so many languages we speak. Language means the cultures, and so many different ways we travel. From few miles away, the food is different, the taste is different, our cultures are different, languages are different. I worked on languages. I was amazed to see 1,700 languages, flavors of language, which manifests in major languages, 22 languages. And similarly, the food, you see that our food is so diversified and so different, with so different tastes. And every festival brings, I think, the manifestation of this. Today is our New Year Day, what you call Gudi Padwa or Ugadi or this kind of thing. And every festival has its, I think, celebration with different foods, I think, which is nowhere in the world. I think that if you see the diversification of languages as well as diversification of our food, I think this is to be admired, and we need to really lower that kind of thing. The number of spices which are accordingly grown in this part of the world, and that's why I think the whole world got attracted to it. Portuguese got attracted to it, and we were invited to get good spice. So there are wonderful histories of different, but I think the factor which I wanted to bring to your notice is that in the other aspect, particularly from Vigyan Bharati or science perspective, if we look at the taste issue, I think if you like, there's the sensory perception of the food, very important. It's not the way food, the various flavors, the various aromas, various tastes, the way they are presented, and all that kind of thing, and the celebration around it, which is a very important aspect of this whole thing. And I would say that, and then I went to a little deeper side of it, that the aspect of each of them, there is a big science. Each spice has a science behind it. So nothing, how that flavor comes, and how this flavor can be modified, and how the way I think they are treated, the various grains, how they are treated, how they are cooked, how they are served, and the presentations. So it's a great fine art. I think the food is a great fine art, and so diversified that if one, I would say, the Tanuja is there, if Tanuja is cooking, this is very different. It is going to be different than, suppose if Manoji wants to cook, it will be so different. And each one of us, the family itself, there will be so many daughters or so many women who are cooking, but each one of us, then will make a different tea, forget the food itself. So it's such a diversified experience, which is not true in many cultures. I must say it is not true in many cultures. So I think this part, this aspect of taking this as a Ahar Kranti, Ahar as a subject for, and is a subject of science. And this I didn't know until recently, that how science is employed to get you addicted to the food. Of course, the housewife knows it, but there is the particular flavors which are created by which you get addicted to that food, this one. And what is the science behind it? And that sensory experience, it is not just taste issue. It is a flavor, the aroma issue, it is a presentation issue, and how it is, how in the order it is presented, served, I think. So there are different dimensions of it which we must know. This fine art of Ahar, what we are talking about, of course, Ahar and Vichar, how they are related, that has been talked about. Our rishis knew it very well. What kind of diet must be sold, why sattvic diet, rajasic diet, and tamasic things like that kind of thing. We classified those foods like that and all that. So since I have only 4 minutes, I would say that it's a very important subject and it's a very fine art. It's also a very deep science which we must admire and we must develop it. This science, because if it is one thing which is we are connected, is I think whole day is food. So, and we must know it. This is nothing. Particularly the men folk, they are not aware of how much effort goes behind good cooking and fine cooking, and we must bring it to the world. I think of course Indian food is getting more and more popular. I think in many countries, but there is so much of scope to do it kind of things. We can attract the people by its own food, I think. So I really congratulate Yellowji Rao and everybody, Jayant Rao, and of course it's very important that our CSIR got involved in the whole process, particularly the Prabhas, and then we will develop, which we need to develop a very fine, I think, science of great food. What we must develop, we have art of it, but science of good taste and sustained taste, we must develop and understand it. And there should be a laboratory. There should be sensory laboratory, what is called this one kind of thing, which will develop this science more in an advanced form, in the very fine form, and which we can, so that we can serve the entire world. I will just end with, I remember when I was studying, there was a big problem of hunger in our country. I used to feel the tears in my eyes when I see some people didn't have, I think, how they miss the food, how they, this one kind of thing. Today, as was presented to Dr. Srinivasa, was presented that we have abundant food. And he also talked about the average, I think, life expectancy is 70. I think women is a little more, this one. But when I started from the schooling, it was only 35. We doubled it. And now the challenge will be to reach to that is Shatayushi Bhava, what you said, that 100 years. And it's not difficult because you can come from 35 to 70, then you can go 70 to 100 as well and lead a full life, and this will happen. I think as the science develops, it's good that Vigyan Bharati, and particularly GIST has taken this subject for discussion. We're involving several experts from all over the world. I think we require to involve what people expect from Indian food, and of course, the current imbalance of food, how that can be mitigated. And lastly, I think the great epidemic of diabetics in the country, and how to mitigate that by your food, because food has tremendous ability to balance it out, and that's what everybody says. But to get adjusted to that taste of different foods is not so easy. And then where I think we must bring, I think, more knowledge to the people, I think I would say. So these are the challenges, some of the challenges which I mentioned. But this subject, I think we need to take it forward. Thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to share some few thoughts spontaneously that occurred to me. Thank you.
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद एवं आभार। हम सभी आभारी हैं डॉक्टर विजय भाटकर जी। आपने आज हमें एक नई प्रेरणा दी कि पाक शास्त्र को पाक कला के रूप में हम जानते थे, पाक विज्ञान के रूप में भी अब से जाने जाएंगे।